What's up, YouTube? AJ Simmons checking in. Got a question in my inbox from a Clean Biz Network member, and they were asking about since they're in a state where the minimum wage is higher than the federal minimum wage, should they charge more per hour? Because if you go to Calculated Clean, right, use my bidding calculator, calculatedclean.com. Shout out to Liz checking in. I think that's yeah, and so if you use my calculated clean bidding calculator online, the online version calculatedclean.com, you can input your own hourly wage, right? But here's the thing: how do you know what minimum wage to charge? Like not minimum wage, but how do you know which hourly wage to charge if my calculator is default set at $23 an hour, right? But what if your minimum wage in your area is higher than the minimum wage in my area, right? Because I'm in Florida, minimum wage is only $7 and some change. All right, sorry about that. Shout out to Kaziel Israel. I think I said your name right. Sorry, y'all. I probably got poor service out here. I'm at the bar, by the way, so don't judge me. But I just want to do this quick video. Um, um, so anyway, if you are in an area where your minimum wage, Monica, okay, shout out Monica. There we go. All right, so if you in a area where the minimum wage is higher, if you had, well, first of all, if you in Clean Biz Network, because the guy that asked me this is in Clean Biz Network. If you in Clean Biz Network, use the offline version of Calculated Clean. It's titled Calculated Clean 2018. It's inside the group as well. If you got that version of Calculated Clean, then just use that one because what it'll do is it'll show you how exactly it'll help you calculate how much you should charge per hour. So maybe it wouldn't be smart for you to charge $23 an hour. That's the first thing. So use that version. Shout out Stella Bianco, Gray, CBN member, Liz, CBN member also. All right, because that way it'll help you answer that question. But here's the thing: how much you should charge per hour is based on how much you want to make in profit, and then it's also based off of what what is the highest you can charge with while still being competitive in your area. Okay, so that's a good point that he brought up. I will say this though. So ask yourself, how much you gonna pay the person per hour? If you're gonna pay your people $12 an hour, I would say to make sure you charge them at least double that per hour to the customer. Some people might say you don't have to charge double. You might can charge if you pay somebody $12 an hour and you charge $19 an hour. It's still some profit in there, but it's just not me be as much profit as you want. So you got to figure out how much profit do you want to make in your company. That's really what it comes down to. I hope the service is good and not skipping too bad on this, but just figure out what do you want to charge. I mean, excuse me, what do you want to make far as profit in your company and run those numbers, okay? So if you put $23 an hour in the bidding calculator, when they give you that calculation, you need to go back and like check it. And how you check it is deduct. Okay, well, I estimate, and the calculator estimate is going to take me 5 hours to clean it or 6 hours to clean it. Let me subtract. Okay, my employee overhead hourly pay. That's what's gonna come out per month. Then my supplies, a little bit for taxes, and then bam, this is what I want to take home. And if that number don't look right, add some more to it. If that number look too high and you think you got a little wiggle room, then take a little bit down. You know what I mean? And make sure that also that your production rate is right. You sometimes like we have a default setting inside Calculated Clean. Okay, I think for the carpeted areas, the default setting for the production rate is like 4,000, which is saying that you can clean 4,000 square feet within an hour. Well, maybe you can't clean 4,000 square feet per hour, so you need to lower that production rate from 4,000 to 3,000, or maybe you need to put it at 3,500. You know what I mean? So you got to know your production rate too, and that stuff you only going to be able to learn over time. So, but what my strategy is this: I have a very different strategy for a lot of different things, and bidding is one of the things I got a different strategy too. I prefer to go in as competitive as I possibly can while still making money, and go in that way. So that way, and when I say hopefully it's not that the truck's not too loud. Let me go over here, and that way I can get inside the account, right? And once I'm in there, I feel like you got a better chance of negotiating once you inside that account and you showing this customer what you can do. You see what I'm saying? Versus trying to go in high. A lot of people teach you when to negotiate and go in as high as you can, and then if they don't like it, negotiate from there and let them talk you down. But that's not always the best strategy in my experience. I could be wrong. In my experience, I say just get it. Do what you can do to get it, and um, then once you get it, I just realized I don't got my keys. That's why I stopped. But anyway, then once you get it, even if you find out once you get in there and you cleaning that you underbid, um, go back and renegotiate with customer. You know what I mean? Say that, okay, well, we expected it to take this long, but it's actually taking this long. So we wanted to see if we can revisit some things. Our new calculations say that it should actually cost this much instead of this much. Also, it's like once they if you but this is the thing, how this is going to work is that you got to, once you get it, you got to go in there and show off, though. You got to definitely be performing well. You can't go in there and be cleaning like shit and think you're going to get a raise in that account, right? Now, if you go in and you go in high and you try to renegotiate, that could also work. But the problem is you don't have the account yet and they can't see what you can do yet. So if they can't see what you can do yet, they might just move on to the next company that submitted the same bid that you submitted at the same time. But your bid was $4,000 and that other company bid was like 2,800. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you weren't even in the ballpark compared to the competitor, then why would they even take their time to even negotiate with you in the first place? So that's why I say again, and I'm not saying lowball or underbid from the beginning. What I'm saying is going there as competitive as you can be and still make a profit. If you can go in there at $21 an hour and still make a profit because you're only paying your people $10 an hour, I say do that. But that's just my strategy. Everybody don't have to follow my strategy, and that might not work in all lines of business, but in this particular cleaning industry, that's what works. Because you got to understand this: if the franchise go in there and bid against you, you know what I mean, they probably gonna charge a lot less than what you gonna charge, and so you still have to be competitive. And so that's why it's also good to shop. Like, try to see how you can figure out what the competitors are charging. You know what I mean? Ask them. And that's another thing too. When you doing these walkthroughs for these accounts, don't be afraid to ask what their budget is. Okay, before you leave, you know what I mean. Just ask them. So do you mind sharing what you're currently paying with your current cleaning company? You know what I mean? Or do you have a particular budget? Just ask. It don't hurt to ask. They can say yes or no. It won't make you look like a beginner. It's okay to ask that. So just keep that in mind also. Angry Fisherman said, "Hey AJ, is it normal for account leaving no profit while financing them? I have issue with..." Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's a key in the way you ask that question. Is it normal with a franchise? Yeah, it is normal actually. Is it worth it? It's the better question, and that's what I had to learn over time. That maybe it's not worth it, because even if you financing on an account, if you pay your people, you should still be able to make some money in that. Because let me tell you something about this real quick. I'm glad because here's the thing. This is when I knew it won't worth it. Because if you hire somebody to put in that account, right, with the franchise I'm talking about now, and you make $0 profit for that whole year, my old way of thinking was, fuck it, think long term, because you're gonna keep the account for a while. You know what I mean? Go ahead and just break even for a year, and then every year after that you make a profit once some sales and marketing fees gone. The reason why that's wrong is because, what does your agreement say with the franchise? Your agreement usually says that they guarantee you that contract for 1 year. For 1 year. Okay, so if they guarantee you that contract for 1 year, well, guess what? After that first year, let's just say that the contract decides to cancel after that 1 year agreement. Now you just wasted a whole year training people, putting them in that account, being stressed out with the customer complaints, being stressed out with employee complaints, just to make nothing for a whole year. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that's worth it. If you get an account where you cash flow in zero, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Or But and I won't say be so quick to do that. Like first, make sure that you know for a fact it's cash flow on zero. Make sure that you're not overpaying because a lot of people will overpay. And I know we want to be generous and we want to provide a good job, but at the end of the day, the budget is the budget. And if you were the franchise and you didn't bid that account, you got to work with what you got. So if you can only afford to pay $9 an hour, you got to pay $9 an hour. Then make sure you make some money. You know what I mean? But also another thing too is make sure that y'all actually got the cleaning down efficient enough. Like if y'all not moving fast enough and cleaning fast enough, and it's only been a week, that's not the true time yet. You know what I mean? Give it about a month. Make sure that it actually, you know what I mean? Y'all actually know that's the time that it takes to clean it. And if that's the real time it takes to clean it, then yeah, you got a problem. So get rid of that account. Sell it back to them. Give it back to them. However you got to do it. All right. He said, right. That's with the accounts that pay $14,000 a month, no profit. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why I'm here. You know, trying to provide a better way. All right. Shout out to Osgood. He said tap thumbs up, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely seen that thumbs up number was low, and we got a few people watching. We should definitely have more thumbs up than that. So I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3 thumbs up. Right. That's a new strategy I see other YouTubers using. But other than that, man. But hopefully I was able to answer that question a little better. It's like at the end of the day, what you charge per hour doesn't necessarily depend on where you are. It more so depends on how much you want to make. How much you, because even if the minimum wage is $10 an hour, where you at? Well, what if you want to pay your people 12? You can pay your people 12, but you just got to make sure there's enough profit in there for you to make enough money for it to make sense. That's all. So don't base it off of what your minimum wage is. Base it off of how much do I want to pay my people per hour, and then how much profit am I willing to accept while still being competitive. That's really what it comes down to. Like the bidding calculator is going to help you, it's going to guide you, it's going to give you something to go off of. But once that bidding calculator gives you that monthly number, you need to go back and check it. And how you check is deduct the expenses and make sure that it actually makes sense for you. So that's what I got. Shout out Walter Lies, I see you checking in. Shout out to Alexis Waller checking in. All right, and if y'all interested in the starter kit, cleanthebiz.starterkit.com. If you want to talk to me more about it, see what's included with it, I got a form up there now. You can book a call with me, 15-minute strategy session, and we'll go over what comes with the kit and if it's worth it for you or not. Same thing with the masterclass, okay? You go to secrets.cleanbiznetwork.com for the masterclass, and I can show you. We can set an appointment, and you can talk to me or CJ, and we can go over if the masterclass might be right for you. We don't want you in the wrong program and you in there and you in over here. We had somebody buy in the other day. Shout out to Jadia, I believe it was Jadia or Jada. I think it's Jadia because she got an I in it. But anyway, she was in the masterclass first. She bought the masterclass, and then I kind of like reached out to him to make sure she was good, because I always check on the people that buy in, and I wanted to make sure she was good. And she was like, you know what, I think I really meant to buy the starter kit. And so we switched her out from the masterclass to the starter kit. Now she, you know what I mean, set up for successful. Make sure y'all get on there, cleanbiznetwork.com. Other than that, I'm going to hop off here and I'm going to talk to y'all later. But that's all it come down to when it comes to business. Thank y'all for